Hey everyone, Shack Redemption here, part 2 of the 09-10 season. Sorry if I sound a little weird, I've been a bit under the weather last few days. Figured it's time to power through this. Still got hopefully one more season to do, and then probably going to call it complete. But we are 41-2 here at the All-Star break, kicking off February, and probably let's not rest Shaq probably until this Bobcats game, since he should be rested after the break. Pretty close. Let's do it. Alright. Oh, only 90 to 86. Chris Paul's upgraded, but not quite back. He'll probably be back here before this next game. Alright, 29-point win over the Heat. Wade and Durant. Shaq 3 for 9. Vince Carter scoring a little bit more this year because there's not much more on this team. 16 over the Suns. Chris Kaman outscores Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan did have 8 blocks, though. Looks like they were mostly on Kobe Bryant, who went 5 for 16. Wade only had 11 points and fouled out. This is a super low-scoring game against a not very good team. Shaq was 2 for 10. We were 32 of 74 in this game. Shot terribly from 3, 2 for 7 and 1 for 7. Missed 10 free throws. Not a good showing here. Kobe fouled out in 24 minutes. They didn't have much going for them either. That's why we were able to win. And then 31 over the Magic, who are terrible. D. Wade got 41 there. Dwight Howard with a double-double. James Harden 0 for 7. Kind of forgot he was playing with the injury to Chris Paul. Yee, pretty consistent. Alright, we're going to bench Shaq. Chris Paul's probably going to be back. If I guessed. I'm going to go ahead and put him in because I think it's going to happen. No Shaq. We will take a few minutes away from him, though. To 30. Looks like Mr. Harden was pretty awful. He's got a snowflake on him. He is back. We're good now. Won by 38. Now we get Shaq back in. Let's do... Let's take him down to 31. There we go. I think I did all the training here. Conditioning, yep. Alright, I think we can just do that. 31-point win. Oh, that's 65, guys. 65-point win over the Lakers. Huge week. 38 over the not-so-good Bobcats. Durant with 45. New career high. Kobe still got 20. 15 assists for Paul in his return. Double-double for Rondo. That is his first of the season. He had one last year. Looks like probably in one of his starts. Devin Harris averaging 20 points per game because they got nobody else. 31 over the good Spurs. T-Mac, Kevin Martin, Jefferson Arenas. Wade 32, 28, 22 for Paul. Shaq got 10 boards to lead the team. And then this is going to be a fun one. Peja and Kentel Woods are the only guys in double digits. This is a very old team. Kobe and Durant with a double-double. Wade double-double. Shaq almost got one. Chris Paul had one. Made over half our threes thanks to Kobe and Durant mostly. Alright, now let's look here. I don't know if I did it this far. Individual, system, individual. Some rest. Probably not a scrimmage. Individual, let's do it in the morning. Body work, body work. Actually, let's do some study film. Got back-to-backs against the Kings. Alright, the Celtics are not very good, so that's probably who we will. Although we just beat the Lakers by 65, and that was on the road. I think I'll bench Shaq against the Celtics, though. We are winning by just gobs of points now. This was not that consistent before. We'll let CP have his minutes back fully now. And then Shaq comes back in for the second leg of the back-to-back. And Kevin Durant broke his ankle. He'll be out a while. Well, Aldridge is in. Love is in. And I think I have an OKD lineup ready to go. Because he's been hurt previously. Yeah. That's fine, I guess. How's Aldridge doing? Worthy of the minutes for sure. He's playing the most of his career. Love's been questionable, but see if playing a little longer stint will help him get some consistency. We just won by 58 that time. I'm sorry. Yeah, 58, right? Yeah. 30 points over the Magic. Charlie Villanueva with a double-double. DeMar DeRozan looks like he hasn't had an offensive rebound all year. Kobe almost got a double-double. Durant and Paul did. Howard was close. Aldridge was 1 for 8. Then we beat the Bobcats by 39. These victories are just huge. Shaq was 2 for 10 again. Howard double-double. I know Shaq's not as good, but he's still 82. That's better than a lot of centers in the league, so especially ones like, I don't know who their center is, Glenn Davis, I guess. Baby Shaq shooting 36%. 22 over the Celtics. Wade, Kobe, and Durant all over 20. Chris Paul double-double. Rafer getting 24. 23 for Aaron Brooks. Couldn't guard their point guards. The Lakers, I guess, just have no chance against me. This was the game Durant got hurt in, broke his ankle. Peja and Woods again at the top. Alright, the Rockets are good. Hornets are too. We will rest Shaq against the Heat. We just lost to the Hornets. That's Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett's new team. I think we probably don't have one without KD or Shaq, so we'll load the no KD one and then just do the center minutes appropriately. I guess we can probably do we could probably save this one. So now Noah's at 16. KD, Shaq. Bench not quite as deep now. That one. Get Shaq back in. Alright. 20 over the Rockets, who are one of the better teams in the West. Michael Redd averaging 18. Carmelo we held to 15 because he fouled out. Darren Collins also fouled out. JJ had 4 threes. We got Dwayne Wade with 25 and 10. We had 4 guys with 20. One of them is Brandon Roy in 16 minutes. Shaq with a better game than usual. In a random loss, at least the Hornets have a winning record. Kevin Love had the best game of his career, potentially. Dwight Howard with a double-double. Kobe was awful and fouled out. Aldridge didn't shoot well. Not very good. Kevin Garnett had 25. Al Jefferson with a big-time double-double. I think he did that pretty much exactly that last time we played him. So we finally get our post-All-Star break loss. Then we come back and beat the Heat by 29 in Miami. Roy Hibbert, 18 points. I don't see the guy that scores for them that I mentioned last time we played him. Wade and Kobe with 21. Paul double-double and Howard. Aldridge was 6 of 19. What are you doing? And then 31 over the Hawks, who are pretty good. Channing Frye led the way without even shooting a 3. Chris Bosh doing a little better than he did last year, but about the same thing every year for the Hawks. Crazy good. Kobe was 1 for 6 and had 9 points. Westbrook, Roy, and Love all shot awful too. We are to the extension deadline and probably rest Shaq against the Heat again. And maybe the second game of the Kings. Maybe just this first one. He can play 3 games a week, I think. Alright, we've still got a while till Durant comes back, probably. So no KD Shaq is the lineup. that. We've got 4 to 6 weeks for Durant. So he'll be back before the end of the year for sure. We're at the extension deadline. I think I have none to do. Yeah, because we already re-signed Shaq, Kobe, and Wade earlier in the year. So let's get through this game. Oh, another huge win. Why is it so much different now? Back to the no KD. There we go. And I don't think I did the training after this back-to-back. I guess it's body work, so that's fine. We lost again, and Chris Paul's hurt again. Lost to the Mavericks. Rondo gets to start, Westbrook gets to play more, and Harden gets to play again. Hopefully he'll do better this time. Shooting 35%. We'll load the no KD lineup and then go from there. Rondo point guard, switch those guys. Even these out a little bit. Rondo, Westbrook, Rondo. $30 and $18. Harden at 10 sounds fine. This is no CP KD. Seems like it'll be this way for a little while. So some losses coming now, along with some injuries. Hopefully we can get past the Kings, though. We do easily. Let's look at this 58-point win over the Heat. So we beat them by 29 there. I thought we played them. Oh, there's another one. 29 there. And then we double it for 58. Roy Hibbert, 26 and 6 and 4 blocks. Wade, Kobe, Aldridge with a nice game. Dwight Howard, 18 assists for Chris Paul. Is that a career high? Sure is. It's one off the league high this year of Mike Conley. And then we lose the 45 and 15 Mavericks, who have a nice little lineup. One thing I didn't realize when we looked at the trades in the last video, Mike Bibby got traded back to the team he left in free agency. So it does happen sometimes in real life. Kind of funny to see it on the game that they missed him that much. Just bring him right on back. But Chris Webber is not yet retiring. And I think he's backing up. I imagine he's coming off the bench for them because they have Powell and Josh Smith. And also Joe Smith, which they traded to Golden State for Bibby. Joe Smith has played for the Mavericks every single year since 1995, so the loyalty is gone. Chris Paul led the team even though he played 15 minutes and got hurt. Not a good showing for Kobe or Wade or Aldridge or Love. We like 54-point wins over the Kings. That was much better for Wade, Kobe, and Aldridge. Rondo gets a double-double in his first start here. 5 blocks for Howard. Harden making his shooting percentage even worse. Paul Millsap, 23 and 9. And then 36 in Sacramento. Drew Holiday as a rookie, leading their team in scoring. Kobe and Wade. Aldridge double-double along with Howard and Shaq. Brandon Roy was 1 for 8. Alright, let's go see what happened in February. I'm guessing... Yep, another firing. So the Bucks promoted Herb Williams. I don't know how many times that's happened. They promote him, and then they, like, re-sign him as an assistant in the offseason, and then they are awful. They fire their coach. They promote him again. It's just like this continuing cycle. It's just stupid. We've got Rodney Carney as a two-way player has dislocated his kneecap. Tony Allen was already hurt. I don't remember seeing Zadrunas averaging almost a double-double. Alright, only 2 Pacers here. Chris Paul and Durant have fallen out because of their injury. We've got Dirk and Josh Smith, 2 former Pacers. LeBron's the only one that's not worn a Pacers uni here. Kobe's so close to 20 per game. Hopefully with Durant's injury that can help him score some more consistently. Stephen Curry going to be the Rookie of the Year, it looks like. Rubio's still scoring a whole bunch of points. I did take down Blake Griffin's three-point tendency, so hopefully that's changed since All-Star. He's shooting a little less. Yeah, 6 down to 1. And actually shooting a better percentage. Somehow his field goal percentage has gone down. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I think it'd go up when he stops shooting threes that he's not good at, but whatever. TJ Ford, possibly. Not great candidates here for 6-man, but for point guard, backup point guards to get 6 and 7 assists, pretty good. LeBron looking to be Defensive Player of the Year. I think he's already been it once before. KD, I don't know if he'll hold on to this if he's not playing. George Hill's not a huge threat, but maybe. Ryan Anderson's doubled his points and rebounds, so that's probably more likely. And we got Durant and Wade. We got Michael Beasley in here, a couple LeBrons. Durant did get Player of the Month even after missing, I think, a week of it. LeBron gets another one, and then Ricky Rubio, and the third time for Stephen Curry. Look at the mock draft. John Wall to the Bucks. Cousins to the Bobcats. They would both be very welcome addition to those teams because they need scoring. Gordon Hayward. Paul George maybe falling to the Pacers at 5th. Could this be the first time I don't have a top 3 pick, like, in a really, really long time? Could be. But we'll see how the lottery goes. And finally, we are 10 games up on the Bulls with 20 games left. And 6.5 up on the Blazers overall. So still possible to lose hold of the top spot. Let's do some training. Let's do that. All right. Only 3 games this week, all at home, so should be fine from a lineup standpoint. Did beat the Bulls. Kevin Durant's back already. So now we can go to our no Chris Paul lineup, which is hopefully from this year. It looks like it is. Yeah, because that's what I had when I started this video, was without Chris Paul. So Westbrook's playing a little bit more. Harden, okay, his percentage has gone up. Did Love do any better? No, he actually looks like he did worse. Not feeling great about his future with the team. Noah's been just awful, awful, awful. Alright, here's a 29-point win over the Warriors, who aren't as good as I thought they'd be. That's why they traded away Bibby and Weber, I guess, trying to maybe save money. I don't know. Rondo with a double-double, 4 steals. Probably the best game of his career so far. Kevin Love 0 for 4, what do you know? Ray Allen got 26. They traded Bibby, so Nate Robinson is now their point guard. That's kind of neat. Joe Smith, super consistent player, shooting 50% for his career. Lamar Odom didn't score in that game. Beat the Bulls by 7. Trying to further that lead in the East. We allowed 45 points in the first quarter, though, so not a great start. Kobe only had 11. Rondo with 16 assists and 6 steals, trying to make a case for why I should match his contract. Harden with his best game in just his 10 minutes. D Rose averaging 21. Pierce at almost 17. Dirk just under 20. Iggy at 15. You'd think they'd find a way to get all three of those guys to 20, but guess not. And then 47 over the really good Rockets. This is Durant's return. 31 points. I forgot to take a couple minutes away from him. Oops. Coming off a broken ankle, he's playing all his minutes. Maybe we can do that against this in Denver. Howard had 15 boards. JJ had 6 threes and 33 points. 4 off his career high and 2 off his threes career high. Stoudemire, forgot he was on this team. Carmelo only 6 points. He didn't foul out this time, just didn't shoot very much. Alright, let's not overdo it for Mr. Durant here. $32 instead of 35, probably. Sounds more doable. Probably both of these games. We lost to the Nuggets. We are back to full blast here. Give Rondo a few of Paul's minutes, and then do what I did here. Let's do 33 now. Good enough. Harden dropped his percentage again. These extras are doing pretty bad. Not what I'm looking for out of them. Barely beat the Bulls. Here's a 9-point loss to the Nuggets, who are just over 500. Usually one of the better teams in the West. Got a pretty good roster here, although it's aging. Mostly in their 30s. I got JaVale McGee getting 4 blocks on me. They made over half their threes, only missed 5 free throws. We had 23 turnovers and a lot of fouls. 2 for 7 Rondo. Got past the Bulls, though, in Chicago. Dirk got 28. Pierce is down here fouling out with 7 points. Shaq with one of his better games. Chris Paul returns, goes 2 for 8. Wade fouled out, so Harden played a random minute. Alright, I'm going to go through this game and then give Durant his minutes back. And Shaq's probably going to rest against the Bucks. How did I do it? It was for sure this one. He had these two, but how? Did I do it that way? Oh, it's because I didn't have Kobe there. Yeah, I guess that's fine. And then Paul can have... Let's give him two of them back. I don't remember if I did training there. Looks good. Probably not a scrimmage. Do some light stuff here. Alright, taking Shaq out for the Bucks game because they're awful. Go ahead and do what I did here. Durant is hurt again. We're going to leave it so we can see what we're doing here. Raptors, the Thunder are better than the Raptors. Probably not resting Shaq back-to-back games, though, so we'll just let him play, I guess. And let me go through this day to see if Durant comes back. He's not. What is it that's sore left foot day to day? Is he going to be back by the time I play? Let's just take a few minutes. He can play, but take a few minutes away from him. Like that. Oh, Shaq needs to be in. Not quite what I did, but good enough. Still in the right order. Alright, we didn't look at these games. Barely beat the Nets at home. Had to win it in the fourth quarter. 4 for 15 Kobe. 1 for 8 Durant. Shaq fouled out in 15 minutes. That doesn't happen very often. And Drew Gooden getting 19 on me. Ricky Rubio. They didn't really have much scoring, but their defense, they forced 21 turnovers. I forced them to 24. 42-point win over the Knicks. Joe Johnson averaging 20. Gallinari got 15 to lead the team. Wade, 2 rebounds from a triple-double. Durant was good. Kobe was better. 2 for 11. Chris Paul's rough. And then 38 over the Bucks, where Durant got hurt. Not shooting very well, but shot a whole lot. Chris Paul 1 for 7 from downtown. Dwight Howard had 19 rebounds. I think a career high. Sure is. He's still not super happy about coming off the bench. Rodney Stuckey with 14. Alright, we're going to hope Durant comes back. We're going to go to here. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to look at the standings to see if everything's clinched, because we do play the Blazers coming up. Beat the Raptors by 49. We allowed 28 points in the second half. Pretty good. Luke Walton led their team with 15 points. Ron Artest with 11. Shooting awful yet again. Jason Kidd was down there with 6 turnovers, 15 assists. Beat the Thunder by 13. I was going to ask if it's an overtime, and it sure was. It's a big scoring difference for it to be overtime, but it's also a super high-scoring game. Yao Ming had 20 rebounds. That's got to be a career high, right? No, he's had 22 before. It is a season high. Jason Richardson, new to the team, averaging 20. 17 for Yao. Barron's down to 15. They got rookie Brandon Jennings with 13. Kobe 34 and 10. Durant with 22. Wade 19. Shaq ended up with 17. Wade fouled out. Paul was 2 for 7. He's had some bad shooting games here recently. He also had 5 steals, though. And then beat the Sixers by 24. Blake Griffin with 31. He is shooting a little bit better now, it looks like. Chauncey scoring more. Remember earlier in the year, he's at like 8.5 per game, so at least he's improved that. Tony Parker down to 15. Monta Ellis goes 2 for 10. We got Kobe with another double-double. KD with 23. Paul was better. Wade 6 of 6 from the line. 1 assist from a triple-double. Shaq's had a good run of games here. He's up to almost 48%. That's cool to see. So he's going to end up playing probably 65-ish games, which is more than he did last year, and we've been resting him a lot more this year, so it's, I think, helped him avoid injuries more often, because he's not as tired. We're being smart. Let's make sure I did that. Team system, individual, team system, individual, back-to-back, so body work, back-to-back, so body work. And then the Heat, that's our last possible practice. So individual sounds good. Okay. Well, I guess we went a month, so let's see if anybody else got fired. There are no signings. We did get some firings. The Celtics fired Byron Scott, and then the Pistons hired him. And the Celtics hired the guy that the Bucks fired a month previously. So Byron Scott got fired and hired by a different team in the same day. That's cool. We got Stephen Curry as a rookie tearing his ACL. That's not a good start to your career. He's already made 215 threes, 12 double-doubles. The team, I think, is still really bad, but they're much worse now. Gortat having a nice little breakout year here. Also broke his leg. We got Wade and Durant here, not Kobe. Josh Smith shot up to third, and Dirk is not in here anymore. It's Melo. Rookie of the Year. So now Blake Griffin has passed Stephen Curry. Possibly going to get Rookie of the Year in the year he was actually drafted, unlike in real life when it was a year later. 6 man, still looking like TJ Ford. Dragic probably isn't a 6th man anymore. If Curry's hurt, he's got to be starting. LeBron. Durant still holding on to most improved. That'll be kind of cool to see. And season awards, Dwayne Wade and Dwayne Wade. Allen Iverson got another one for the Wizards. Only one for LeBron that time. Gilbert and Dwayne Wade are the players of the month. And Griffin and Evans for the rookies. Look at this. Oh, Pacers are out of the top 5 now. We still have 5, no, only 4. Wow, only 4 picks in the lottery. That is crazy low compared to what we usually have. We have all good teams this year, it looks like. It's not going to matter too much because who we draft probably wouldn't play anyway, depending on how things go through the off season. And we've clinched the East, but not quite the league best. So it'll be at least 3 games before we do that. And one of our upcoming games is against the Blazers, so I think we're not resting anybody yet. And we got, thankfully, some days off here, or no games, I mean. So we don't need to do our lineup. Beat the Nuggets by 33, so get our payback there at home. Wade and Kobe, Kobe 5 for 15. Dwight Howard didn't miss a shot. Aldridge was 2 for 8. Al Harrington with 4 threes. Alright, I think I can take minutes away when I'm playing a really bad team like the Magic, though. Like Kobe doesn't need to play 35, and Wade's been hurt a few times too. We'll still play Shaq, though. Alright, 22. Kobe got 35. He still played 34 minutes. Yee leads the team. Greg Oden down a little bit, playing less. The Cavs are also awful, so we'll keep those lower minutes. And we'll go check the standings here in a minute. But 46 over the Cavs. Chris Paul, 22 and 12. Well, Shaq was due for a bad game, 3 for 9. But Kobe also fouled out again on 5 shots in 25 minutes. Let's go see if we've clinched before we play the Blazers. We have. So I think we'll play with our limited minutes. Shaq probably won't play against the Bobcats. Let's take a few minutes away from people. Regardless. It's not really a good spot to take Shaq out, though. I'm going to save that. We'll go ahead and get this going, my fake playoff lineup. That's really my end of year lineup. Still beat the Blazers by 6, so that's a good sign. That's, I think, who we played in the finals last year. Dwayne Wade barely gets a double-double. LeBron, we could not stop. 18 field goals. Now we're benching Shaq against the Bobcats. Play them twice. The Heat are bad as well. The Bulls are good and the Raptors are good. So we probably bench Shaq for these 3. So this one, I'll play the next 2 and then miss out on the last 2. And yeah, let's just do this one and then we'll go from there. Let's see here. We'll do that just for this one game. We'll see if Kurt Thomas gets any minutes. Is he retiring? He is. He has played a random minute, it looks like. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Well, 54-point win. Devin Harris, 8 for 22. Durant almost gets a triple-double. All right. Now we go back. Shaq's going to play both of these. We're going to load what was becoming the end-of-year lineup. Let's have Howard come in a minute earlier even. And what else can we do? Can give Love these minutes. Start our 11-man rotation. This game, only a 2-point win. Shaq was 0 for 7. Percentages dipped back down below what it was last year. It was close to 48 before. What happened? And then trying to make Love prepared to possibly play next year, but so far he's proven nothing. Oh, I thought that'd be a loss. Back-to-back 2-point wins. This one on the road in Chicago. Dirk with 25. Two for 9 Durant. Oh boy. Alright, and now we bench Shaq. Howard starts. Aldridge. Get Kurt Thomas active. Who else should we bench? Durant and Paul have been hurt the most, I feel like. Whoops, what am I doing? He's missed 10 games. Wade's going to play them all. Kobe's going to play them all. So Paul or Durant? Durant's only 21. Paul's 24. Let's put Paul down there. And then Durant will keep active, just play him less. Alright, so whoops. Alright. Center minutes go to... Let's do that. Let's do that. This needs to all be Westbrook, Harden, Aldridge. Post that can be Noah. Howard's ending the game. Alright, how do we get Mr. Korver some minutes? Put his sharpshooting in at the end of the half. And then maybe just the end of the third. Kurt Thomas, on the other hand, let's give him those. Get his final minutes of his career. Alright, 13-man rotation right there. Everybody gets to have some fun. Alright, home against the Heat. Should be able to take care of them by 20. Howard leads the way with a 20-10 and 5 blocks. Cool. Durant 1 for 7 from downtown. Westbrook with 15 points. Korver made both his shots, including a three-pointer. Oh yeah, we'll see if he stays 100% on the year. Harden was not good. I probably didn't do the point guard minutes right in the second half, did I? Harden and Westbrook were probably switched. We got a rebound and a steal for Kurt Thomas. It was Carter that was missing in those Heat games before. Yep, didn't do this right. That's Westbrook. And that's Harden. That's Harden. That's better. Alright, we will simcast this against the Bobcats, see if we can go 77 and 5. Didn't get off to a good start, but lead the first by 12. Still up by 12 at half. 26. I think we're good to go. Win by 35. 16th win in a row. Dwayne Wade leads the way with 21. Kobe did not shoot well. James Harden, best game. Hopefully got his percentage up closer to 40%. Dwight double-double. Aldridge was good. Westbrook 10, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Kevin Durant was 2 for 9 to end the season. Rondo got 11 assists. Noah was awful yet again. Korver did miss a shot. Didn't even shoot a 3. Kurt Thomas had a block. So per 36, his rebounds, steals, and blocks were good. Korver, meanwhile, some turnovers, it looks like. Bobcats, Devin Harris with 20. And that's that. All right, LeBron MVP for the, sixth time? Fifth, I think. Fifth MVP and fourth in a row. Holy moly. Blake Griffin is your Rookie of the Year. Sixth man goes to TJ Ford. I'm trying to remember who he's backing up. I think it's Gilbert Arenas on the Spurs. Defensive Player of the Year, Kirilenko beat out LeBron. That's his second in a row, actually. Cool. Most Improved does indeed go to Mr. Kevin Durant. who you can see did not make an All-NBA team. Oh boy. How? He was like 4th in MVP voting. Coach of the Year is Doc Rivers. He is 73 overall as a head coach. But his first year here with the Pacers after Billy Cunningham retired after getting Coach of the Year like 15 straight years. Executive of the Year is the Blazers guy. No Pacers here in the first team. Iverson gets it for the 7th time. Arenas for the 3rd. LeBron for the 6th. Carmelo for the 4th. Jefferson first time. He was 2nd team last year. We got Dwayne Wade, 2nd team for the 3rd time. Derrick Rose gets it for the 1st time. Duncan is 2nd team for the 4th time. Josh Smith was 3rd team last year, 1st time as 2nd team. Yao. The past 3 years were his 1st team, and now he's 2nd team, so got beat out by Al Jefferson. 3rd team, so only one Pacer, I think same as last year. 3rd time for Joe. Lou Williams, his 1st award. Amari Stoudemire, 2nd time as 3rd team. Beasley was an all-rookie last year and now an all-star and all-NBA 3rd team. Jermaine, it's been a while, but he's back in the all-NBA. All-defense, Battier, 4th time. Kidd, we don't even get to see it. Karolinko, 3rd. LeBron, 4th. Tyson Chandler, his 1st all-defense. Okay. And Wade's here. Didn't notice that. That's his 1st all-defensive. Iggy, his 2nd time, but 5th overall. Duncan, we don't get to see. Josh Smith, he was 1st team last year, now 2nd team. Same with Jefferson. All-rookie team, we've got Griffin, who was the 1st pick. Rubio, who was the 9th pick. Curry was the 2nd pick and tore his ACL. Drew the 6th. DeRozan the 4th. I guess we can go see their stats. 18 and 7, 18 and 7, 21 and 6, 17 and 5, 17 3. 2nd team, Jennings was the 8th pick, Evans was the 5th, Maynard was the 16th, Teague 11th, Collison 10th. So a bunch of guards in Blake Griffin. We'll be taking on the Raptors. And I think the Nets were the 4 seed last year because I was afraid to face off against them. The Bulls might be on a collision course with us. Over in the West, the Blazers will probably get past the Grizzlies pretty easily. Mavs and Nuggets, 2 teams that beat us, so at least one of them will be eliminated. Mavs, Nuggets, Nets. I don't remember who else beat us, but the Hornets, who are not even here. Hornets didn't make the playoffs, huh? Okay, before I get into the playoffs, I'm going to take a quick bio break, so I'm going to pause the broadcast and then I'll be right back. All right, here we are, back to start off the playoffs against the Raptors. We're going to go ahead and get this lineup back to what it's supposed to be. And while we're here, we'll take a look at the end of the season stats for each of these guys, because I'm curious how things ended up for some of them. Kyle Korver played in, what, 3 games? 3 games, 13 minutes. Kurt Thomas, who's retiring, also got in 3 games, 10 minutes. Joakim Noah was real bad when he played. He got in 10 games, same as last year, but 3 more minutes. 3 for 15 shooting. Awful. James Harden ended up shooting 42% in 7 minutes per game, 18 games played. It's better than Kevin Love, who in 14 more games than last year. We're going to put Harden in front of Love. Westbrook shot up to 55%, much worse at threes. Played a little more than last year per game, but was in the rotation all season, didn't miss a game. That's pretty cool. Per 36, 18, 3, and 7. So it looks like his rebounding is not very good, maybe, coming out of the draft class. No, it's really bad, so he'll never be able to get triple-doubles, it looks like. Rondo, about the same stats. Finally broke 1 steal, but played in 3 more minutes per game. And played in every game, got 4 double-doubles, new career high, got 12 starts. Brandon Roy was good stuff, as always. Played a little less, actually, than last year, because he didn't start a game yet again. Aldridge was great off the bench, per 36. Stats looking good. Almost 20 minutes per game. Got to start in 13 games. Got 5 double-doubles. Played in every game for the second time in a row. And then there's Dwight, who's still not happy. Did almost the same exact thing as last year. Shot even better somehow. Broke 70% from the free throw line somehow. Almost broke his minutes per game record. Broke his double-double record. Missed 5 games. Got 15 starts. We got Shaq, per 36, was 13 and almost 11. Block and a half. Almost identical percentage to last year. Down to 23 minutes per game. We rested him for some games. I think he got hurt once before the All-Star break. Only 4 double-doubles is kind of sad, but he's 38. KD gets the most improved player, 20 and 7, 34 minutes per game, 17 double-doubles. Missed 13 games because he got hurt twice, including a broken ankle, which somehow didn't make him miss more than a couple weeks. Kobe, almost 20 points, almost got to it. 5 boards, 5.5 assists, shot almost 10% better from downtown somehow, played about the same per game, played every single game for the first time in 5 years, 7 double-doubles. He has no triple-doubles in his career. D. Wade, up a point per game, shot a little bit better, was better at threes, broke 80% free throw, played in every game for the second year in a row. Didn't quite get as many double-doubles, but got his second triple-double of his career. And Chris Paul got hurt a few times, averaged a double-double, almost did last year, but did it this year. Scored a little less, which is fine, shot a little worse, threes were much worse for some reason. He shot more of them, but made less of them. Missed 12 games, he was hurt a few times. Double-doubled in more than half the games, broke that record. And now we are 10-man and ready for the Raptors. They have no injuries, finished their season on a 4-6 record, 4-6 record. They got Jason Kidd, who needs to be guarded by Chris Paul, I would imagine. Rondo's really good at defense, too. Where is Chris Paul? There he is. Alright, we will guard him tight. Eddie Curry. He's a beast of a man, but not a shooter. Same with Wilcox. Josh Childress shouldn't be able to shoot, but we'll see. Aaron Carlson can. Ron Artest probably can. Zach Stewart's fake. Salmons looks like he can shoot. Luke Walton, fake guy. Novak is a three-point machine. Reggie Evans is not. Oops. Knockbar, fake guy. Alright, doesn't look like there's much of a scoring presence on this team. Novak's going to be bombs away. Artest 15.5. Kid's not scoring much at this point. So we should be good to go. Let's find out. We do win game 1 by 27. Dwayne Wade with 26. Shaq with a great game. He was awesome in the playoffs last year, I'm just remembering. Dwight Howard got 4 blocks. Everybody on the team shot over 50% except for Durant, who was 2 for 10. And Kobe was a shot away from it. Salmons and Kidd getting some threes. Chris Wilcox shot 12 times. We'll do a check to see if there's injuries. There are not, so we'll go ahead and do another game. We win this time by 21. Durant was much, much better, including 7 of 7 from downtown. Wow. Kobe double-double. Shaq was good again. Chris Paul was not. We got Eddie Curry leading the way this time. Reggie Evans was 1 for 8. Whoops. Still no injuries. They are out-rebounding us. Percentages are nowhere close, though, neither are points. So let's see if we can win it in Toronto. We do not. We already lost a game here in the first round. This one by 6. It was thanks to the second quarter, where we lost by 11. Ron Artest looks like maybe he's needs to be guarded tight. Childress is not good at threes, so we can probably guard off of him, although he made his only 3 in that one. Kidd had 2 points on 1 shot. Collison fouled out. Huh. Shaq was good again. He's shooting 75%. Alrighty. Well, let's do that back to automatic. Same with that. Childress will go under and give up the 3. Guard our test tighter and see if that makes a difference. Let's simcast to see when things went wrong. If it's the second quarter again, then it might be a problem. This time, first quarter started awful. Second quarter did too. Why are we getting off to such slow starts? Third quarter was much better. And looks like we're going to be good to go. 26. So we won 1 in Toronto at least. Our test shot bad, but still got to 19 points. Curry was not as good, for sure. Wade was good stuff. Durant with 2 steals and 2 blocks. I like it. 8 for 24. Kobe's not great. Is anybody struggling that needs... Kobe actually could probably use a minute rest. as could Paul or Howard. Can do that. Paul can go here. I think Rondo is doing good. Kobe, let's do it here. And Howard is not doing well, so let's let Shaq end the game. See if we can whoop on him. We do. And we win by 44. Dwayne Wade had 10 steals. 10 steals. We had 24 as a team. Holy moly. Aldridge was great in his minutes. Kobe still struggled. So did Paul. Shaq was good again. All right. Kidd, 1 assist from a triple-double. Ron Artest had 16 turnovers. That says 16 turnovers. I'm going to have to go see if that's a league, like a record ever. I'm going to delete this before I forget about it. Evans and Knockbar hurt. I got to see it. League history, NBA records, playoffs, turnovers. He just set the record. Not just set the record, but set it by 4. LeBron James had 10 last year, but it's been a standing record for 19 years since Mark Price did it. Wow. Dwayne Wade just either picking his pocket or stealing his passes. I don't know. All right, Nets or Wizards. The Spurs got past the Rockets. I think the Rockets might have been one of the teams that beat me. Well, Wizards have Iverson, but Nets have more of a lineup. And it's going to be Iverson. So Blazers, Spurs, Suns. The Nuggets get past the Mavericks. And then Bulls, Knicks got past the Hawks. But we are facing Iverson and the Wizards. Not Matt Barnes, though. He's not playing. We're barely beating them in rebounds, but shooting percentages is, again, really much better. Rudy Gay needs to be guarded tightly. So does Bargnani. Uh-oh. That's probably who Durant would guard. Well, he's in small forward a lot, so we'll just leave it as is, I guess. Ben Wallace does not need to be guarded tightly. Mike Miller should. No threes for you, Mike Miller. They got some shooters. Barnes is hurt. Haywood. Fake guy. Matthews. Patty Mills. And then there's Iverson. So Chris Paul's going to guard Allen Iverson. Tightly. Probably going over screens. Felton Posey's also a good three-point shooter. So is Troy Murphy. Well, he's a C. Should still probably guard him tightly, though. Oh my gosh, they have so many shooters. Alrighty. Well, we're going to try just... What lineup does it have right now? It's the one I just finished with, which might be okay, because Kobe still didn't do great, and Paul didn't either. So we're going to start with that same lineup and see if people earn some minutes. We won that one by 40. We put 150 on the board. Almost had 4 guys with 20. Both Kobe and Paul showed out. Shaq, we could probably give Howard his minute back after that game. Bargnani made 4 threes. Iverson only had 15 points, but managed to get 16 assists. injuries. Let's give Howard that minute back. And see how game 2 goes. Victory by, 53. What is happening? We did have 4 people with 20 this time. It looks like Shaq's hurt because he's 4 minutes short and only had 1 foul. So we might be doing this without Shaq. Kobe double-double. Iverson again double-double. Didn't even shoot a 3, but a lot more points. Murphy was 2 for 12. Mike Miller 1 for 8. Posey 0 for 8. Gay 4 for 16. They shot 33%. Not a good look. Shaq is indeed hurt for 4 to 6 weeks. Ouch. Unfortunately, that means Kevin Love's probably playing, and he's been really bad. I think we'll give people their full minutes back. If we can do... He should be center. I guess that's fine. I was thinking, like, if we can get it to where Love doesn't have to play much, which 9 minutes isn't too much. Probably even let Dwight play more. We'll go with that. This can be the new no Shaq lineup for now, so that I can load it in the other screen. There we go. Alright. Is that still right? Yes. Alright, will we win in DC? We got the Blazers looking to sweep the Spurs, Bulls looking to sweep the Knicks, and Nuggets Suns are split. We do win the first game on the road by 16. Rudy Gay had a nice game. Felton got 23, made lots of free throws. Iverson's just a double-double machine here in the playoffs. 3 in a row. Durant, Wade, and Kobe leading the way as they should. Kevin Love 2 for 8. Aldridge was bad too. Howard didn't do quite as much as I'd like. But we won, and that's what's important. Now Dwight Howard has broken his finger. He can play, but he's much worse. Oh, much worse. Overall-wise, he's not down a whole lot. So I feel like he probably would play, maybe just not as much. Do something like that. I guess, down to 30 minutes. And hope that he can deal with whoever the center is. Who's their center? Bargnani? Maybe. Oh, it's Ben Wallace. Well, that is a battle. Dwight Howard and Ben Wallace. Hopefully if we win this and the other series go long, he can come back. Well, didn't it say 4 to 6 weeks? Holy moly. Howard is... Hopefully that stays. Did it stay? Yes, it did. Okay. So sweep, and the Bulls swept as well. Rudy Gay got 30, so Rudy Gay did not have a problem against me. Iverson got a double-double every time, but only scored 20 once, I think. Felton also got one. Haywood had 15 boards. Was Ben Wallace hurt? I guess I didn't look at their injury. I just looked at mine. Guess he was hurt. Howard still managed to get a couple steals, no blocks. Only 6 rebounds. Chris Paul was awful, 4 for 13, but 5 steals, 14 assists, I guess makes up for it. Dwayne Wade, 32 points. Pacers win. All right, we are playing the Bulls now. Wallace had, he broke his toe. So Howard broke his finger. Wallace broke his toe. Maybe in the same scuffle. Who knows? All right, let's get prepared for the Bulls, who don't have Dirk or Pierce. Did they have them in the last game? Pierce played but got hurt in game 4. Where's Dirk? Dirk was in game 1 and game 2 and got hurt in game 3. So they won by 13 when Dirk got hurt, and then won by 7 when Pierce got hurt. And now it's going to be down to Rose and Iggy. I don't know that that's enough there, Chi-Town fans. We will do what we did here with Howard's minutes. I did something here. And here. And here. Oh boy. Alright, well, we've got Farmar who can shoot a little. Derrick Rose needs to be guarded by Chris Paul. What a matchup here in the Eastern Conference Finals. 24-year-old Paul against, what, 20-year-old Derrick Rose, maybe? Dirk Nowitzki, we'll wait until he's back to worry about him. Iggy probably needs to be guarded tightly. I'm assuming he's not a great shooter, but good enough. Collison shouldn't be very good shooting-wise. Fake guy. Pierce is hurt. Grant Hill in his final season going against his former team times 3. 3 different stints with the Pacers. And now he's starting probably instead of Pierce. Calderon is another point guard on their team. They got Rose, Calderon, and Farmar. We can probably get off of Tony Battie a bit. Kenny Thomas, Yarich, Jamal McGlure. All right, well, if Dirk and Pierce miss this whole series, this should be a sweep. Let's go see if the Blazers in this. They do not. 3-2 series is over in the West. Suns get by the Nuggets. And let's simcast this just for fun. Maybe jump in if it's close. It's close so far. We got a 8-point game. Oh. Uh-oh. 11 seconds. I don't think is going to be enough for the Blazers to come back. Wow, the Spurs get past the Blazers. LeBron is out. Doesn't even make it to the Western Conference Finals. Wow. All right, can we get past the Bulls, please? We win game 1. They can't score enough. They lost by 24. We got 4 double-doubles at the top of the list here. That's pretty cool. Kobe was not one of them. 2 boards away, only with 10 points. Howard got 4 blocks with his broken finger. Well, I don't know that it was with that finger, but you know what I mean. Rose only 14. I figured he'd be getting about 35 based on this team. Iggy was 1 for 12. He's 79 at threes, but shooting terribly in the playoffs. Grant Hill is a starter now. Kind of cool to go out on top. Well, probably not out on top because hopefully they don't win. 1 to 2 weeks, so we'll keep an eye on that. Pacers win. Spurs take game 1 over in the West. This one's by 18. They ended up scoring a bit more. That says 20 assists for Chris Paul. A 20-20 game in the playoffs. Didn't shoot well, but made all of his free throws. Kevin Love with a better game. Durant and Kobe in single digits, and we won this game by 18. That is not a good sign for the Chicago Bulls. Howard 3 blocks again, 11 boards. He's not shooting very well, but he's got a broken finger. I don't know why Jordan Farmar keeps being up here near the top. Grant Hill. Derrick Rose needs to be taking over for this team. What is he doing? Still 1 to 2 weeks. Shaq might be back soon. In Chicago, we win it. Oh, by 43. Rose with 14. Ugh, what is happening to him? He's actually averaging less in the playoffs. Oh, Dirk's back. Dirk's back. He fouled out, but he's back. So we got to do a strategy for him, I guess, even though whatever's automatic, I guess, worked pretty well. He's probably still actually hurt, but playing. Yeah, he's day-to-day with his broken ribs. Kobe and Durant were much better in that one. Aldridge, good stuff. Westbrook gets 10 points. All right. And here for game 4, let's get Dirk taken care of. We're definitely guarding him tight. And we'll just let whoever's in, I guess, guard him. Probably going to be Aldridge and Durant and Love. Not terrible. Game 4. Boom! Pacers win. Paul Pierce did not come back at all. Nowitzki was held in check 4 for 16 again. No, I've not decided what I'm doing in 2K24. I don't know. I think I mentioned this in an earlier video, but I just didn't play much with the current teams, and I feel like that's probably what I'll spend more time doing, because 2K23 I almost spent all my time with the NBA eras and the retro rosters and stuff, so didn't really play the game period much, like actually playing games, but certainly not with today's players. Got Aldridge, 17 points. So, I mean, I still need to look to see if they added any more, like, awesome players. I saw that this guy is on the game now. I think he was already in my team, but he's not in the draft class for some reason, and there's no way to get him. So him, Luol Deng, and Marc Gasol I saw are all back on the game. But I haven't looked at, like, the NBA era rosters to see if they added some people. Chris Webber also back. The only way to have him in this was to download somebody's draft class that had it on launch day before it updated, because Chris Webber was actually on the launch edition of the game, but with the first update they took him away because I think they didn't have the rights to him. But now he's back on the game for real. Yeah, I know there is the new option to start with the LeBron era. And yeah, I saw your comment. Sorry I didn't respond. I saw your comment that it'd be kind of neat to kick things off with that season as this season matches up with it. But I gotta see Shaq's jersey hanging in the rafters here in this one, so it'll give me the satisfaction. So I think I'll do one more year. It'll probably be a quick one though, because I won't need to do anything with draft classes. I won't need to worry about trades or extensions or anything like that. So I might actually just do a super kind of broadcast, do the full season all at once, which I think I did with the very first season of this. I did a full season all at once. It might have been a super long video, but yeah, I've been cutting them in half ever since then. All right, we're either playing the Suns or the Spurs. It looks like it's going to be the Suns. It is going to be the Suns. I don't know who's on the Suns. I guess we're about to find out. Well, I can tell you... Oh, Tony Allen's almost back. He's been out all season. Yeah, you've been along for the ride this whole time. I appreciate it. I was actually going to go back and calculate, or maybe YouTube will show me like how many hours are just in this one giant playlist, because I've done pretty much 3 videos for every season, and we've done now 26 seasons. So that's, and it's, most videos are between an hour and 2 hours. Some of these ones, this part 2s, are over closer to 2.5. If I did a lot of trades or there were a lot of injuries and stuff, but yeah, a lot of hours sitting here and just, again, doing what I would have been doing anyway, just sharing with you all. I don't know that I would have done it this long, but it's been kind of fun. Unfortunately, the 2 people that are out for season for them are 2 people that I wouldn't need to game plan for. Shaq and Howard hopefully will come back and help win this championship. We need to do this part again. Actually, we'll let Kobe play his 35. What am I missing? Love? I'm missing Love. It's kind of sad. But we need Howard. 30. Alright. That's what he was at. Let's see how people are doing. Love's doing better. Westbrook's doing better. Rondo's doing better. I'm mostly just looking at shooting percentages right now. Roy is alright. Everybody's over 50%, except for Dwight Howard, but again, his finger fell off or something. Durant. Kobe's struggling a little bit, although 48% is still respectable. And Chris Paul's down a bit, but those are 2 of my best players, so we're going to leave them in. No need to take away minutes. And let's see who we're going against. They do have Chris Kaman, and now I remember it's Tim Duncan and Jamal Crawford. So Kaman is not a 3-point shooter, but he's still scorer. This man is a 3-point shooter, and probably, until I see who their point guard is, this is who Chris Paul's going to guard. Fake guy, George Hill. I don't know that he starts. Tony Allen is not a 3-point shooter, so once he plays, we will not worry so much about him. Zaza. Daniels. They got Rip. I forgot about that. Timmy. Do I put Howard on him? That would put Durant on Kaman. Oh no, that sounds awful. Kaman would dominate Kevin Durant. So we will let Durant try against Duncan. This is a tough matchup for me. Guard him tight. Ryan Bowen's hurt. Powell's hurt. Davidson's not good. Rasho, I don't know if he's playing. I guess some of these guys have to be playing if they got so many injuries. Alright, well, if we can keep Jamal Crawford and Tim Duncan in check, it seems like we should be able to get through this. Let's go ahead. See game 1. Oh, that says 59. We scored 81 points in the second half. Kobe with a huge game. He heard me call him out, I guess, with his not-so-great stats. Dwayne Wade, 17 assists, well above what his career high would have been before that. 13, 12 on the season. So I don't know what that's about. I don't mind it, but he also got 4 steals and 3 blocks. What a game for Dwayne Wade. Dwight Howard 1 point away from a double-double. Well, we held Tim Duncan in check because he was 1 for 8 with 5 points. And Jamal Crawford didn't shoot too well either. Kaman was awful. And it was Rip Hamilton trying to take care of things. All right. Well, that was a good start. Game 2. Pacers win. Only by 18 this time. Still won every quarter. Second half was much closer. Durant, Wade, and Kobe at the top again. Howard got 18. Aldridge with a nice game. Paul only 2 for 8. Okay, point guards were not good against George Hill, it seems. Rip Hamilton again. What is he doing? 25. Duncan didn't shoot well again, but had a much better game. Came in 16 and 15. Well, once they get Tony Allen back, that's a good defender. It might be able to slow at least one of my guys down. He's still day-to-day. I don't see any reason to change anything. So let's go again and see that we won by 17 on the road. Crawford was good. Duncan again had to shoot a lot to get his 20 points. 17 boards, so it seems like they're getting a lot of rebounds. At least their big guys are. Rip Hamilton was not as good, but got to the free throw line a lot. Chris Paul, 22 and 11. 10 and 9 for Dwight. All right, before this last game, let's see if anybody deserves a little bit more. Oh, Shaq's day-to-day, please come back. Please come back for the last game. Come on. Let's go look at the stats. For the finals, it looks like Kobe. Oh, that's funny. 92 hours. All right, well, we probably won't quite hit 100, though, unless I do some sort of, like, recap video at the end. That might be kind of fun to go through, like, the league history and the league records. So, like, the scoring, see how far, like, Shaq and others are in the points and different stat categories. That could be interesting. So maybe I'll do that. See if that can get us to 100. I appreciate you looking into it, though. I don't know. I mean, Kobe's 5 more points, but Wade's averaging a double-double with 21. We got a battle here, I think, for MVP. We could probably play all 4 of those guys a little bit more. Rondo, Roy do not need to play quite as much because they're not doing quite as well. Let's see what we can do here. I haven't really changed the lineup too much here in this stretch. Give Paul here. Actually, I like having him in when Wade's not. So, they're both getting assists. If I give Rondo that one, I can give Paul that one. I don't like 2-minute stretches. I guess in the playoffs it's a little more reasonable. D Wade, maybe here. When Kobe's out. And then Kobe, if we go here, go Durant there, and Durant here. Get them all up to 36. Paul's up to 35. And then if Shaq comes back, we got to blow all that up. But we're going to simcast. Oh, he didn't come back. Seriously? Dang it. I thought he would. Alright, simcast, and then we'll jump in if it looks like we're about to win us a championship. Well, first quarter is not a good sign. We allowed all sorts of points. Second quarter looks awful. Oh my god, we're down by 20. What is happening? We are losing every quarter. Trying to come back. Not gonna happen though. 9-point game is not gonna happen. We lost by 7. Wow. Tim Duncan trying to get triple doubles. So maybe I shouldn't have changed the minutes. I don't know, playing my better players more shouldn't have made my team worse, but who knows. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if that's a great usage of my life, but hey, it's been fun. That is true. You just brought up a very positive aspect of this. Shaquille might be back to put this one away. Watch him go probably like 2 for 8, but hey, he gets to play. Paul didn't do so well. Neither did Durant. Shaq's still not back, according to this. Whatever I did with Chris Paul, so the one was there. We're going to take that back away. And whatever I did with Durant here. Alright, we're going to calm them down. Simcast again. Seriously, how is he not back? Wow, Dwight's almost back. Alright, simcast again. We need a... Oh my gosh, what is happening in the first quarter? Hey! Well, we're only down 1 at least. Not down by 20 at halftime. We are winning at halftime. We're up by 10. Still up by about 10. Oh. We haven't had a close one to watch in a while. This might be it. No, maybe not. We'll watch the last 27 seconds. I'm guessing they're not going to come back from 13 down. But we'll see this team win.
.26 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Jay Crossover, Tim
Crawford
Duncan,
against Paul.
Chris Kaman, George Hill. Who's number 34?
Crawford looking over the floor.
34.
Black at 6. Pass
We've
to
got
Duncan.
our starters in except for Brandon Roy's in instead
Hill
of
has the open
Kobe
look.
and Rondo's
From
in
outside
instead
off the
of
mark.
Wade. So Kobe and Wade might be
The
fouled
Indiana
out.
Pacers have won it all. Wow. All the travel, all the practices, all the meetings,
2K17,
all
yeah.
the games,
I mean, there
wins
hasn't
and
been
losses,
huge changes.
the
I guess the
emotion,
gameplay,
the
I feel like the last few
exhaustion
games, like the player
culminating
movement's been
into
super
tonight.
slow. Like it's impossible unless you really mess with the settings to like have any sort of blow bys. I think that's a badge. I mean, so much revolves around the badges now. You gotta have like the quick first step badge to be able to beat anybody. But you also don't want them to make it super easy where you can get to the goal anytime you want.
The bench loves it. The fans obviously
There's
overjoyed.
Patrick Ewing on the bench.
This is one of those moments
Right
these
next to him, John
players
Stockton's
will
right behind
never
him.
forget. Now, let's take you to the presentation.
Former
of the
Pacers,
Larry
now as
O'Brien
assistant
Trophy.
coaches in the back row.
NBA Commissioner doing the honors.
Anyway, because of the player movements and stuff, I've not played as much. My brother and I have always been more into like simulations and building teams and stuff. Actually playing, even for Madden, we would like do fantasy drafts, draft teams, and then only play the games when we play against each other, and then send the rest to see like if the game actually thinks we put together a good team. They're saying Dwayne Wade's the Finals MVP. We got like a young version of Doc Rivers coaching. It's kind of funny. I wonder if that's something they change in 2K24. Put the older versions of the coaches. Alright, let's see who actually won. This says Shaq moves into a tie with Gary Payton for most titles by a player all time with 17. Well, that's cool, because Payton played one more year than Shaq. Chris Paul was actually your MVP, so they lied to you. It's not Dwayne Wade. Huh. He did a little better, certainly, in that series than he did in the rest of the playoffs. We've got, what am I looking at? Why am I looking at that? Oh, it put me up there. All right, well, Durant had the best game there. Wade was good as well. Chris Paul only 8 and 10 in that final game. We held Duncan to 13. Kaman was amazing. And I was going to go see, oh, no, first of all, I want to see if it looks like Paul really deserved that. So Kobe versus Durant, you got to go Kobe because his assists were a little higher than rebounds, and he got more rebounds than he did assists. So Kobe wins over Durant. He was 2.5 points over Wade, an assist under, so that's closer, and Wade shot a lot better. So that's closer, I would say. But Chris Paul's 14 and 12. I guess he did get as many rebounds as even Durant. I don't know. It's maybe a toss-up. So if they're going to give it to Chris Paul, then cool. Yeah, I never really got into watching computer versus computer. Because especially for 2K, like some of the guys just do stupid stuff when you're watching them. The plays are just so silly a lot of the times. Who knows? New trophy pictures. Yeah, they're not into doing a whole bunch of new stuff all the time. Okay, let's go see. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought Paul got it last year too. So Kobe got 5, and now Chris Paul has the last 2. Beat the Suns. Is that the first time in all of this that we played the Suns? Yes. It's been a whole lot of Blazers and Nuggets and Warriors. So that's now 15 in a row. 15 in a row for the Pacers. Unfortunately, Shaquille did not get to be a part of it. Well, he's a part of it, just didn't get to play. Delete that. All right. Well, that's where we'll stop. I will, I don't know, probably tomorrow air the off season, the final off season we'll do, and then see what our roster will look like for this final year of Shaq's career and probably of this broadcast, or at least of actual simulations. The only other thing I thought about is just letting go. Yeah, Shaq's already retiring, so we gotta bring him back to make him play his final season out. He'll probably be like a 78 overall, but whatever. Especially with this injury, probably make him even worse. But I thought about letting go of control of this team and just like simming, using one video just to sim like up till current day to see like what the computer does. Because first of all, I'm pretty sure they'll just cut people that they draft, right? Because I've got so many future draft picks that they'll probably either not sign them or sign them and then cut them because there's only 15 spots on the roster. But it might be kind of fun just to see what they do and how long the computer can keep the streak going with this super team. Like, will they make stupid choices because they're trying to get under the salary cap? Maybe. If they're trying to be like the real Pacers and be like mediocre all the time, then that could be. But that's an idea too. So maybe I'll do both. I don't know. I'm not in really any rush to get 2K24, partly because I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get it. but also because it doesn't sound like it's totally different. So might keep having some fun with this, drain it for all it's worth. But as always, appreciate you tuning in, and until next time, Shoe Shack Redemption's out.